And just give me 300 seconds, give me a start point, and let me get to the castle and jump on the flagpole at the end. 3, 2, 1. Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Today, we're going to try to figure out who kidnapped the sheriff. Of course, we all know who shot the sheriff, but today we're going to figure out who kidnapped the sheriff. Today, we're looking at a brand new Exit the Game. Of course, you know I love these ones. This one, rated 3.5 out of 5. What were my thoughts? How did I like it? All that coming up. First, cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Exit the Game, kidnapped in Fortune City. Looks like this. This is going to be spoiler free because at the time of recording I have not done this one. So this one got the rule book much like all the other ones. This got some sheriff notes, a few other things here. What is this? Looks like a few punch out things, a bullet chamber, a gun chamber, bullets, a bunch of things to punch out in this one, a town map. Similar to Gate Between Worlds. This is a whole bunch of, I guess, different buildings for this Fortune City town. Of course, you got your decoder wheel, $10,000 reward there, a couple gems, and much like all other Exit games, a deck of cards. So there you have it. That is what you get in Exit the Game, kidnapped in Fortune City. On to the final forecast. So the final forecast for Exit the Game, kidnapped in Fortune City. If you've watched any of my reviews, you know that I am a fan of these Exit the Game games. I've done a whole bunch of them. I've done a top 5 list, and if you want to know what my top 5 are, I'll post that link to that video in the description of this video so you can check that out. But yes, I've done a whole bunch of these, and I've come to the realization that I like the linear ones the best. And the linear ones meaning they have like a booklet to start with or a certain piece of paper, and you only open things up as you progress through the story. I've figured out that I kind of like those the best instead of ones that are just totally open world, not open world, but you get a book and you have a whole bunch of things and you have no idea what's for what and what's for what. I kind of like the ones that, it's kind of like an old school Mario level, because Mario 3 is pretty much the best video game of all time in my opinion. And just give me 300 seconds, give me a start point, and let me get to the castle and jump on the flagpole at the end. That's what I love, linear. This one is kind of like that, but it's kind of not. This one, you're trying to figure out who kidnapped the sheriff, and there'll be a bunch of suspects you got to figure out and cross off. Well, that couldn't be that person, couldn't be this person, couldn't be that person, because they were this and they were that. And you're trying to figure this out, and you're going to have to do that by going to 6 different locations in Fortune City. And it's kind of cool that you can go to whichever ones you want in whatever order. I thought that was pretty cool. So if you want to start at the drugstore and then go to the post office and then go to the saloon, you can. If you want to start at the saloon and then go to the bank and then go to another location, you can. I thought that was pretty cool. This one I felt didn't have as much, you didn't destroy things as much as you have in the past. In many of the Exit games, you need a sharp pair of scissors because you're going to cut stuff up tremendously, like a bunch. But this one, I felt you didn't do that as much. There were a couple cool puzzles. You know, the Marcus and Inc. brand, right? Yeah. They have yet found a few new ways to use the components of the box and what's inside, like just everything that you get in the box. They found a few more unique ways to use stuff, and that's really cool. And I feel, you know, this is a 3.5 out of 5. I've also come to the realization that pretty much every one of these I get 5 out of 10 stars. Doesn't matter if it's a 2-star, a 3-star, 3.5 star, or 4-star. I tend to get 5 stars. So I'm just happy that I get 5 stars out of 10. They typically take considerably longer than it says on the box, but as I've said in videos prior, I just enjoy doing the puzzles and figuring them out. Most of these Exit games kind of have, you know, a couple big standout puzzles. I didn't think this one did. It had one that was a little bit bigger or more grandiose, but the big thing in this one is trying to figure out Who Kidnapped the Sheriff. And I thought that was really cool. I'm super glad I did this with my wife because she is very attentive when it comes to reading. She loves reading, and so she's reading these cards, and right away it was like, well, it can't be this person because they were this and that, and it can't be that person because this and that. And she just picked up on all these details, and we had a piece of paper, and we were writing all these details down and crossing out reasons why it could be this person, it couldn't be that person. So it had this fun, not mystery, but fun detective story to figure out, and you actually won't finish the whole game until you figure that out. I believe in Mississippi, Theft on Mississippi, that's like an added bonus. Did you figure it out, then flip over XYZ cards or whatever it is. But I don't know, I thought this one was really, really solid. I wouldn't say it's my top 5, but it would be pretty close to my top 5. I really did enjoy it. There was one weaker puzzle, the one with the target practice. That's not going to give anything away. I felt that one to be a little bit weaker. We actually needed the solution on that one. But overall, I think this is a really, really good Exit the Game. So kudos once again to Cosmo and Marcus and Inca Brand for putting this one out. I'm going to give it a 75% chance Meeples because it was a lot of fun. 5 stars yet again. But, if I'm on a Google review, 5 stars is fantastic, right? So anyways, my name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.